everybody, it's Gail, the Happy Stamper from thehappystamper.com. Happy Sunday. I hope you all are having a wonderful weekend. I wanted to come on and share with you a swap card that I am doing for a group swap. I'm part of the Stampaholics group swap, and we have a meeting coming up in a little over a week, and I wanted to get my cards done and ready. We do a shoebox swap, which means you bring the supplies to make a card that you have designed, and then everybody in the group gets to make it, and then we make each other's cards. So this is my card, and I really am happy with the way it turned out, but I wanted to share with you a really fun technique. I'm hoping this will show up. I know it's going to be hard to see, but it's a double embossing, and it really looks very pretty. I hope it shows up. But I'll show you how that was done. I found that idea on Pinterest, and I don't have the woman's name, but I will try to find it, and I will link it down in the description box down below. And then I also wanted to just take a moment to clear the air about a previous video I did. And I'll have a card up here in the screen that if you're interested, you can go back and look at what the project was. But I featured a Sizzlin' Summer Sampler, and it's a 12 by 12 just piece of decoration, like a scrapbook layout. And anyways, like I said, you can click the card and check out the video if you wanted to, but someone had brought to my attention that they thought I had tried representing it as being my own idea. And so if any of you got that idea, that was not my intention. I thought that I had thanked Glenda Travelstead. Again, her name is Glenda Travelstead. I will have her link down below. She has a blog also. She's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator as well, and she lives near me. So I went to her house last week for a class with a group of gals that I acknowledged in the video as well and said hello to, and thanked Glenda for having me. But it was Glenda's class at her house and her idea. Again, it was not my original idea. I simply shared with you the project we made. Hopefully it was understood that the Christmas 12 by 12 sampler also was one that I had mentioned we in the video, we as a group, my stamping group had made. And again, it was Glenda's idea. I know there's lots on Pinterest that you can look up if you're not sure what a sampler is, but you can check out the video to see the cute project. Again, my apologies for any confusion to Glenda, and if you would like to see more of her projects, I'll have a link to her down below. Again, her name is Glenda Travelstead. She's also a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, one of the nicest women, does the cutest projects. And again, my apologies if it was misleading in any way as to it being my idea, but I just wanted to clear the air with that and hope that that takes care of this and we can move forward. So onward to this project, you guys. I'm going to show you how to do this really cool background texturing. And again, I will try to find the lady who posted a picture of this on Pinterest. I'm going to try to go back because I was looking through Pinterest yesterday. So I will try to find that. If I can find her name, I will link that also down below in the description box. Otherwise, my apologies if I can't find who you were. But I'm going to show you how to do this. So, all right, let's move on. I'm using Foxy Friends. This is a darling, darling stamp set. I am just over the moon with giddiness about this. So, we're going to be using Foxy Friends, Basic Black, Ink Pad, Soft Suede, Crumb Cake. I'm going to be using, let's see, this image, the little one right here without the little arms, although I am going to need the little arms. Forgot to take that one off. put that there so I don't lose it. And you have to be really careful, you guys, with these, because I have lost these little itty bitty feet. So I'm going to put that on that big block. Make sure you keep your pieces all together. Okay, we are also using a piece of real red cardstock, our Whisper White. This is our slate gray slate. I can't remember. I've got our silver ribbon, and then of course this is our Merry Christmas, and I just put that stamp set away, but this comes from a two-piece or two-part rather stamp set. And then just lastly, this stamp set also comes with a matching punch. So this makes this really, really fun and easy to use. All right, so let me move these things out of the way. And we're going to bring in the Big Shot. You're going to need your Big Shot for this. Let me just turn this around here. One thing I have too, I was going to mention, I put washi tape on my top piece on both ends, so I know which is my top and which is my bottom. I know you're supposed to alternate, you know, and switch them around so they don't get beveled. Mine are terribly beveled, but that's just what I do to keep it right, because otherwise they get wonky. So I just turn this over and you can see how nasty mine are. I need to get some new ones. Okay, so I'm using my magnetic platform. I've got my bottom layer piece. I've got our piece of smoky slate, and what I'm using is this is Softly Falling, and this is the Woodland Textures. These are both in our catalog. So what I'm doing is I'm going to use these upside down, and I am going to place it like so. And I'm going to run this through my Big Shot to get the falling snow part. I don't want to bang this, so I'm going to turn this a bit. And my apologies if I am not... Eesh. Sorry. Trying to do this around a tripod is not the easiest thing in the world. Yeah, I need... Hang on. Hi, guys. I'm back. Sorry, I had to change my plates. Okay, I'm back. I left off. I am putting the Softly Falling texturizing plate. I've totally lost my concentration. Upside down. And the reason I'm doing that is it's got the Sizzix name up in the right-hand corner. It looks like a lot of snow up here, and then it's gently falling down here, so there's less. So I want all that goodness at the top. So I am going to put it in and run this through. And again, I want to put the falling snow through first. All right. This to the side and get my paper out of here, and I'm hoping this is going to show up. I know it's hard to see, but I think you can see it there. All right, isn't that pretty? All right, so you want to make sure you do the falling snow first, or Softly Falling first. That's the snow part. Then I'm going to come in with the Woodland textured, gosh. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn it upside down. I want the Sizzix little word up there. I like my branches to go this way. It can go any way, but that's just how I like mine. And then I'm going to put this in here like so. And I've got my sandwich ready to go. And I'm going to run this through again. And it gives the coolest, oops. It gives the coolest effect, you guys. Oh my gosh. It was just crazy. And it took me a few times to figure this out. But when I did, I was like, whoa, this is it. This is it. And that was my plate hitting the floor. Oops. Okay. So let's see if this is... Oh, that's so pretty. Can you see that? I hope so. It is the snow falling through the trees. It's just lovely. Just lovely. I love this. I can't... Oh, my goodness. It just gives me the chills. So, okay. We've got that piece, and that's how you do double embossing. So thank you to the nice gal that shared this on Pinterest. Again, I'll try to find her name. I was looking through there for quite a while yesterday. Okay, so we've got a piece of our Whisper White cardstock, and this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet. This is cut at 4 1/4, and then I simply turn it and fold it in half. I'm sorry, it's cut at 5 1/2. And then I fold it in half. So you end up with a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. And I've gone ahead and made my little bow. And I've got my string there. So I've also used our new circle framelits, which are wonderful. And I love this scalloped. And that's on our real red. We're going to start off by stamping our little fox. And the little fox is in soft suede. I'm going to set this off to the side. I don't want to drop anything in it. And, oh my goodness, this little guy is so cute. I found, too, that stamping it this way, I got better coverage. So just a little tip for you if you found you're getting like little patches that didn't come through well. And I'm going to stamp this towards the bottom of my circle, because I'm going to put the little antlers on, and I want to have room for that. Oh my goodness, so stinking cute. I just love this little guy. We're going to come in with our black now, and we're going to do the little face. It's got the cutest little face. Oh my goodness. And the little... It looks like boots, but it's like its little arms. So let's do the face first. It's so cute, you guys. And I went kind of towards the top, like so. And now I'm going to do its little booties. It's just precious, really. I had so much fun yesterday playing down here. And I hope I'm getting this lined up right. I've recently ordered a bunch of new camera stuff for video making, so hopefully it'll be here next week and I can not have to work around a tripod anymore. Okay, now we're going to do the little antlers. Yes, there are antlers in this set, so you've got so many different things you can do with this for all sorts of different holidays. Look how cute this is. It was so hard for me to decide whether to stop right here, keep going. You know, sometimes it just becomes a little much if you go overboard. Okay, so now I've got my garden green and also my real red. And I just took the little end, not the brush tip, and I just made like my own little circles to represent little ornaments or little lights hanging from the little antlers. What would be cute too is if you used candy dots. I just didn't have enough to do 25 times 6 for all of these, so that's why I chose to do this. The candy dots would be cute. Also, the rhinestones, or clear rhinestones, would be darling, or you could even color them. That would be really cute too. But I thought this looked cute. Oh my gosh, it's just adorable. Okay, let's go ahead and adhere this to our red piece. Just using our snail. If you're going to be making a lot of these and sending them through the mail, you could also use our fast fuse. That works really well. And I'm going to grab my pop dots here. or Stamping Dimensionals, rather. And I'm going to just add a couple to the back. Sorry for the crinkling. We can't have crinkle, crinkle. All right, let's set that piece aside then for now. And I have a piece of, it's just short of 3/4 inch by 4 1/4. And I am going to put some adhesive on the back of it. And I am going to wrap our silver cording around the back here. Now, to be extra safe, I'm also going to add a little touch of tape to make sure it stays in place. Can't have ribbon sliding. And it should be fine because it's going to be adhered down, but just to be safe. I've gone ahead too and I made a little tiny bow. So, oh, I don't have my stamp with me. All right, well, I would stamp my verbiage first before I ran it through here. I'm sorry, I overlooked that. But I would stamp the greeting first and then run it through. That's what I did. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just gonna keep going here. Because it is embossed and it's a bit bumpy and rumply, I am going to use Fast Fuse on this. It's kind of hard to get in all those little grooves trying to make it stay down. And this stuff is ooey gooey. Ooey gooey. And I'm going to center this as best I can around here. And that should be good, like so. So again, note to self, make sure you do your sentiment first and then run it through. Okay, so let's keep moving on. And I'm going to use my Fast Fuse here again on this piece. And I'm going to center it, let me show you here. I'm just going to come up to about here, maybe 1/4 of the way up, and like so. Then I can stamp that later. I'm going to adhere this piece. And it's really a very quick and easy card that goes together like so. And then one other thing I did was I took a piece of our red glitter cardstock and I just used a regular old hole punch. I couldn't get the size of the circle just right. I had one that was too big. I had one that was too small. It was really kind of wonky. Now I can't find my glue dots. Glue dots, glue dots. Well, I'm going to just grab one of these and adhere it. So I'm just going to use a glue dot here and adhere this little nose. Oh, that's so cute. Like a little Rudolph in the making. And let's use one more glue dot to adhere our bow, and we're done, you guys. Super quick, super simple, and super sweet. Oh, I love it. So that is how I put this card together. Again, add your sentiment, and you are good to go, but I would do that before you put it through to do the double embossing. That way you get nice, crisp images. So thank you so much for visiting with the Happy Stamper today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Again, that was featuring the awesome set, Foxy Friends. So cute. So that's what I plan on playing with today. So thanks again, guys, for visiting with the Happy Stamper. Give this double embossing a try. It really is fun. Thanks for visiting with me. Bye, guys. Hugs.